What's going on, everybody? Clay McGinnis here. Welcome to my channel. This is my vlog of the Royal Caribbean Odyssey of the Seas. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy the vlog. As we get ready for takeoff here, I just wanted to hop back in and say that this is my 28th cruise, my third on Royal Caribbean. I've been on 25 Carnival cruises, and this one was a good one. I got to hang out with my friend Peyton pretty much the whole week, and I got to go scuba diving and a lot more things you'll get to see in this video. I took some pretty cool time lapses of us taking off and landing, but they're kind of long and boring, so I tried to chop it up, but make sure to check out my other videos. So for our rental car, they were out of SUVs, so we ended up with a minivan, and I'm one to hate on a minivan, but I was pretty comfortable laying back in the seat like that. And so we went and picked up our friend Sarah, we went to the beach, got to enjoy the views.
What's going on, guys? It's Clayton here with the legend Sarah Bazell.
Nice
Sarah, what do you have to say about tonight?
It's pretty fun. Had a pretty good burger and walked to the beach.
Yes, the beach was amazing.
Yeah.
And the burger, I'm telling you, it was the best I've ever had, even though no one believes me. Yeah, no one believes me. That's the update, so.
At the stop sign, turn left onto 13th Street, then turn left onto Drexel Avenue.
So after checking out the beach, we headed back up to Fort Lauderdale, where we were planning on getting on the ship in 2 days, but before that we had to test the power of the minivan. So it's the next day. We got Peyton and his family showing up. Peyton gave me the peace sign here. And we got to hang out at the hotel before we headed out to lunch. But I did want to show you guys our amazing view from our hotel room. Look at this view right here. Just spectacular. And I just thought that was funny, so I had to include it in the vlog. But here we are at lunch. Had a pretty good lunch. And then we were headed off to the hockey game. My first professional hockey game. Here's us in the minivan telling you to lay back seats for the win. It was pretty fun. just hanging out in the back there. And we arrived at the arena. Literally not a single person in here.
This place is empty.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's just us.
Yeah.
One exception.
They're down at the ice for warm-ups because they would be down. It doesn't matter.
Alright, we're at the end of the first intermission. We're taking an over-under on when we're going to be to the car.
The line is 9:45 over under.
And he set the line.
I set the line.
I'm taking the under.
I'm taking the over.
And then we'll update you when we get to the car. Let's see what happens.
So we ended up leaving early, so obviously the line was not set, but the game did end up going into overtime. And so technically I won the bet, but I'll give it to him. We did leave early. But it was a good time. We got to enjoy the game, and then we headed back to the hotel. We were checking out this moon right here, is what I was trying to record there. And then we got on the ship. So here's a couple clips, just checking out the ship. It's a pretty cool ship. I am planning on coming out with a ship tour if it's not already out. So make sure to subscribe so you get to see that. So here is our stateroom. I also have a video coming soon, or already out, on the stateroom that we were in. It was a 20% obstructed view, so you couldn't look down at the ocean, but it was still pretty cool just hanging out on the balcony. And once we got all settled, we went to play bumper cars.
Oh, that was pretty good. Ah.
There you go, guys.
So here's us leaving Fort Lauderdale. It was pretty cool. Didn't quite get the sunset, but we did get some pretty good shots. So here's a time lapse of us leaving port.
Sunset in the background with the freaking
So here's where we got the sunset. We were actually in the Straits of Florida, which is apparently what it's called when you're right off the coast, and got this pretty cool time lapse. I was actually recording on my phone, trying to hold this steady for like 30 minutes, but it came out pretty good, and I'd say it was worth it. So on our first sea day, you know, had to hit the gym. Pretty nice gym on board. Had everything I needed to get a good workout in. And then, of course, after working some calories off, you got to go to the pizza place. Pizza, 10 out of 10. Here's a video of me eating some. It was really good. Probably my favorite thing on board, to be honest. And, yeah, just enjoying some pizza. Then we reached our first stop in Labadee. Pretty nice port, pretty cool view of the ship here. And we just hung out on the beach and did the zip line, which I also have video on or coming out with soon. So make sure to check that out. So after our day in Labadee, we had Giovanni's pizza place, Italian place, whatever you want to call it. I got fettuccine alfredo, and Peyton got some pizza. They were both really good. I ended up marrying that pizza, but that's a conversation for another day. And then we have the robots here mixing me a drink. They have these two robots on board to make you drinks, so it's pretty cool.
Gotta keep it close.
So while on board, they had archery. I'm gonna save you the rest of the video. I did not do any good. And then we made it to Aruba, where we were going scuba diving. Also have a video on our scuba diving adventure. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Here's a just short clip from it. Pretty cool time. Got to see a lot of fish and some big turtles, and it was a good time. So after leaving Aruba, we were in Curaçao, and the iFly and the North Star are free on port days, so we had to go check them out. Pretty cool experience. I got to fly, Peyton got to fly, Julie got to fly, my dad got to fly, and my dad was probably the best flyer out of all of us, but it was a pretty good time.
my gosh.
So after the iFly, we went up in the North Star. This is the onboard experience where you get to go 300 feet above sea level. That makes this ship the tallest ship in the sea, supposedly. So it was pretty cool views. I get to see the island of Curaçao. Also had to do the rock climbing wall because, you know, we raced, I won. And here's us in Curacao. So at Port they have this like shopping mall, they had the sign and a couple other things. It was pretty cool. And we got back on board and did the wakeboarding, I guess is what you'd call it, the FlowRider. It was pretty cool. This was actually my first time that I remember doing this. I don't think I've ever done it before, and made it on my knees, no hands. On my first time tried to do the spin maneuver. Tried it twice and no success, but still it was pretty cool riding the waves. Then of course there is dodgeball on board. So this was actually our second time entering. The first time didn't go so well for me. Peyton made it to the second round, so we were on the same team this time. Ready to wreak havoc on everyone else. Caught a ball there. These are just the highlights because definitely not my best performance on the dodgeball court. But it was a good time. Pretty cool to be able to paint the ball there. And yeah, enjoy.
Out. Yeah. This team is pretty young. He was already out, bro. Out. Out again. Out again. Yeah, he's out. Yeah, y'all win. You guys won. You guys won. That was the most anticlimactic win ever. Oh, whoa, out, out. That's 2 out. Oh, look at him.
Alright, so here's me when I get absolutely smacked. Peyton got the ball behind me, but I didn't see it, so I didn't come back in. So maybe could have won this game, but we did end up going out in the second round, sadly. But it was still fun. Had a good time. And of course, on the best holiday of the year, Green Day is what I like to call it, but St. Patrick's Day, we dressed up in our green suits. And then on our final day, we played some 3v3 basketball. with a final score of 3-2. Yeah, no highlights. No highlights in this video. I'm going to blame it on not having traction because I was slipping all over the place. And then we ended our cruise sadly, but our trip wasn't over as we headed down to Key West. So we stopped at two friends in Key West, and the Roosters were joining us for our lunch. It's pretty good. Had some shrimp tacos. I enjoyed it.
2 a.m.
No, this is Guy Harvey. Oh gosh. Here, take a picture with it. Hi, dude.
My shoes are bigger than your shoes.
So while in Key West, you have to visit the southernmost point in the continental United States. There was a line, and I think I show it here later in the clip. So just took a quick video and went on about our day and explored Key West. Had some key lime pie. It was pretty good.
Why did the rooster cross the road? Sir, why did you cross the road? Well, you still haven't crossed it, but that's fine.
And just like that, our trip was over. We were headed back to the hotel to get on the plane the next morning, which was crazy because everyone travels during spring break. We ended up having I think an hour delay. Our plane had a malfunction, but we made it home. Had to get some Chick-fil-A on the way home, and that was the end of our trip.